Hi guys, it's Debbie from healingfrombpd.org, and today I'm going to talk about an optional DBT skill that is actually included in dialectical behavior therapy. And I want you to consider for yourself if this is a topic you want to watch or not, because for some it can be really triggering and for others it can be really helpful. And I also want to emphasize that I want this to remain a safe community where people feel supported and cared for. So I just can't have people making really negative, nasty comments toward each other about this topic. So please use your discretion, use your kind heart, use your wise mind. If this is not a subject for you, then this is not a video for you. If it is, then keep watching. The skill we're going to talk about today is the skill of prayer. And it actually falls under the distress tolerance skills, which are crisis survival skills, under a component called improve.
These skills include imagery, meaning, prayer, which is our focus today, relaxation, one thing in the moment, vacation, and encouragement.
Now, this may seem like an awful lot and not make a whole lot of sense, and that's why DBT is taught in steps. And this particular skill we're going to go over today is one of those skills where it's going to mean something different to everybody. I will give you a little short bit about my whole situation with spirituality, just so you know where I'm coming from and where I stand. I was brought up Catholic as a child, and I really believed in God. I loved to go to church, I loved to pray, and in my book, Healing from Borderline Personality Disorder, My Journey Out of Hell Through Dialectical Behavior Therapy, I talk about how that faith in God at that time in my life as a small child and having that prayer of really believing that God could hear me and could help me is something that really helped me get through some very traumatic, terrible, awful things that happened in childhood, especially around domestic violence. So that's a component that was really there for me and for my inner child now that still connects to that component. When I was younger, I went to a lot of different churches, all kinds of Christian churches. I have been to Buddhist-style temples. I have talked to Sikhs. I have investigated Hinduism. And I've also gone to New Age type of New Thought churches and Science of Mind type churches. I've also been to Unitarian churches. So I would consider myself a seeker. There are times, which I've also talked about in the past, where especially maybe because of the identity component of borderline personality disorder, and also just the natural seeking nature that I have, and sometimes black and white thinking, I would say, oh, forget it, and feel like I was completely an atheist, and I went for several years feeling like that. So where do I stand now? I don't subscribe to any specific religious belief right now. I want to believe in my heart that there is a God. And so sometimes I use this skill. I think it's like my inner child reaching out from that same place of hope, who used this skill before it was a skill for me in my life, reaching out from that place, if that makes any sense at all. And, I sometimes have a hard time believing. I sometimes think about, like, the things that happen, like the shootings in the schools and stuff, and I'm like, where was God? Or I think of the Holocaust, and I think, where was God? And that's what upsets me and kind of can be really triggering and all of that. But this skill is more for when you feel compelled or led or find that you will get some comfort out of using it, and that's when you would actually apply it. So I'll give you a few examples of how I use the DBT skill of Sometimes prayer. I'll feel really judgmental about someone, and being judgmental is something that we work on in dialectical behavior therapy. So if I'm feeling like my heart is really hard and cold towards somebody, and I think I have them all figured out and I know their story and I'm believing whatever I'm telling myself about them, I may just say, like, God of the universe, please release this judgment. Please help me to see this person as you see them. Please soften my heart. Please remind me that just because I think something about this person doesn't mean it's true. I don't know their story. I haven't walked in their shoes. And For me, it's kind of like an AA or NA type of thing when it's a surrender, because maybe I feel like I need a little bit of a push or a little bit of a pull in order to release that judgment, because I'm not having an easy time. So I think of it as a higher power that I'm surrendering that to, like, please help me and please take some of this away, please help to release it. Another time that I use the skill of prayer is when I say, "This too shall pass," which is a very common concept in dialectical behavior therapy, especially because we're often talking about how difficult it can be to tolerate our experience when our emotions get really dysregulated or really intense, or we're feeling extremely distressed. It's really difficult but very important to remember that no emotion and no mood or anything like that can last forever. This has been a really helpful way to practice this skill. Even though it's not a prayer in the general sense, it feels like it is, because it's kind of a spiritual philosophy of, I'm letting go and letting the universe, or I'm letting go and letting God. This too shall pass. It is going to pass, and no matter how bad it feels or how long it seems like this is going to go on, it will pass. I actually subscribe to My Dialectical Life by Amanda Smith, and she's pretty open when she practices the skill of prayer. She'll include things in her emails that she sends out daily with DBT skills, and it's so nice to see a willingness to share that. I mean, putting that out there opens you up to judgment, but we're all working on trying to be less judgmental of ourselves and everyone around us, so I'm glad she shares that. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you're viewing this over at my blog, healingfrombpd.org, because I'm also going to include a link over there after I place the video into the blog post of another post on DBT skills and prayer and spirituality and religion for those who are interested in exploring it more. So once again, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video or on the next blog post. Bye! Hi guys, it's Debbie from healingfrombpd.org, and today I'm here with a subject about a... Hi guys, it's Debbie from healingfrombpd.org without a wig on today. I'm here to talk about...